Greetings, Ananas and Guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick Your Run OvenBreak. Since we recently completed, finally, the entirety of the Dragon storyline, you know what that means. It's time for hard mode. And what I like to do is, we're going to be doing 2 hard mode videos, and then a 3rd. Like I mentioned before in these videos, what we're going to be doing is, and I stated this before, but I'm going to do a video on the hard mode of An End to Reckoning, then I'm going to do a hard mode video on The Future Beyond, and then after that, I'll run a good amount in this, collect all the stuff that I need for the skill tree, and then see how far that we could get with all of our skills combined. But we are here now with what are these things? I don't know. But now we need to get green horns inside of the, this new map. Well, it's not new, but apparently, first we can get this, which with the 300 that we have, where we get Power of Delusion, 40 plus starting energy, and 15,000 points for all bear jellies. Yes, I will take that 100%. And what are we looking at for stats? This and this. This definitely looking like a top, but we're gonna need 300 more. Well, actually, we only need 100 more, but it's looking like a down and up situation. Which I guarantee you, after you have the Horntower trees, filled out, everyone goes for this with the remaining amount of, things that they have. So, what are the best cookies you can use to run in this? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, Dragon Egg, I guess that makes the most amount of sense. Wait, Dragon Egg with mango cookies, pet? I guess it's to get potions, but we also need the bean, the ring, and the shoes. We have those, right? Okay, we'll put on the shoes. We get the bean, no, the ring, and also the bean. Now, I would need to level you up a bit, so, just a bunch of that, why not? 13. Let's do one more of those with the, yeah, let's just max you out. At this point, my plans have just begun getting you to level 15, because since I don't need to get the pet level 15, because we could just use this, why the flip not? And I guess we just have Mango Cookie in reserve? Sure. Alright, let's give this a play, let's see how far we can go, and we also gotta make sure that we keep a close eye on any of those horns, because I forget, those are the most struggling things that I've dealt with. Even though they got rid of story missions, which I honestly think is kind of sad, but instead, now we have to focus on getting these horns, like it's a bull. Because you know what they say, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. And now I desperately want the horn, except the problem is, I'm going to have to rely on my juice tumbler, because here's the thing, it's the only thing that I have on me that's red. Dragon Eye Cookie has not a lick of red on them. So I'm just going to have to hope and vibe about this. So where can I make it? And by the way, if I manage to get a horn early, I'm probably just most likely going to end the run, just because, well, we got the horn. So that means multiple horns don't appear in these runs, by the way. It's just like you get one, and that's it. Like, you have to reset just to see the next horn, which immediately I am getting the first horn, which I will gladly take. In fact, actually, I'm gonna quit. I know this seems like, wow, why the flip are you doing that? In fact, the only reason why is, I actually, wait, hold on, hold on, we're getting, there's lore? When the flip was there story to this? I didn't expect that. Cool. Okay, there's lore. I didn't know. Cool. Alrighty. Just a few more tweaks and everything will be good as new. We just need to move the rambutan furs by the hair. Get it? Furs. Hair. Ha. Oh, amazing. How can you tell if something's perfectly level with just your eyes? I wouldn't be a master blacksmith if I couldn't nail a few repairs. Ha. Is that a joke? We supposed to laugh? I'm really sorry, I can't help. It feels awful staying back and watching you do all the work. I'm pretty confident in repairing things too. I told you to sit back, relax, and rest. Mangosteen Cookie, you've changed somehow. Hey, Avocado Cookie, it's time to go. You can handle the rest, right? I'm sure you'll hammer out everything without me. Thank you. Next time we meet, we'll make sure to prepare the coziest tent for you and your friends. Stay safe, everyone. We'll meet again. Why can't I shake this weird feeling that I got canned into into some sort of a bad deal? Hell, I got conned into a bad deal. Nonsense. You're imagining things, my friend. I shall send messages regularly if anything happens. And if anything happens, make sure to reach out. The kingdom has many fine warriors. I'm sure all of them would be a great help in defeating any dragons you might see out there. I hope the dragon orbs won't give you any trouble back home, but good luck. And I hope to see you again. Dark Chocolate Cookie and his band have gone over the hill. I hope they get home safe. It feels like it's been forever since I gazed upon the ocean like this. Quietly, peacefully. Hey, Mangosteen Cookie, once I've healed up, do you want to go explore the sea together? We could take a boat and travel around the tropical soda islands, just like Mango Cookie. And maybe we could search the nearby islands for my parents. Even if we don't find them, I think it'd be fun to travel with you. Maybe we could ask Mango Cookie to be our guide? Sounds boring. I've flown over these islands too many times to count. Just focus on getting better. I'm already sick of running around to get you jellies every day. Huh. Alright, I promise. And I'm not too fond of Mango Cookie. He talks way too much. Way too much. Okay, just us then. Now get back inside and rest. The cookies from Herbville said the sea winds might get your dough all soggy. I swear, it's like you never listen to anyone but yourself. Hey, Mangosteen Cookie. Lychee Dragon Cookie. I'm not a cookie, I'm just stuck looking like one for now. And I don't need you to remind you, I don't need to remind you whose fault that is again, do I? I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. I just wanted to thank you. Whoever you are, I'm grateful for your help. And I'm glad you decided to stay. Who said I was helping you? You were just being too reckless, even for a cookie. I just decided to step in so you'd stop acting all high and mighty like you always do. I just wanted to say, it doesn't matter what your reason was. As the Rambutan tribe's chieftain, I couldn't find it in my dough to forgive you, but as me, just Rambutan Cookie, I'm glad to have met you. After my parents left, you're the closest thing I have to family. Obviously, my charm is irresistible to everyone. Literally. Will you stay even after finding a way back to becoming a dragon? Ha! You think I let Ananas Dragon stake a claim over to my island? This island? Everyone keeps calling the Golden Dragon the ruler of the Tropical Soda Islands, but this place has always been my turf. I'll take that as a yes. I guess we're stuck with each other then. I can barely make out the Rambutan tribe's village now. We've already come so far. I still cannot believe the war is over. I know I said I would be returning home, but actually setting off. It's been so long that it feels strange. I wonder what's changed. I don't know what father will think of me now, having changed like this. There's no choice but to face him once more. But this time I won't run away. You're only a hero, young prince, whether anyone acknowledges it or not. There's something I've been pondering on ever since I was trapped in Longan Dragon's dark realm. I thought that, after I escaped and everything was settled, I wouldn't mind going still where I belong, at home. Someday I want to return to my village. Well, whatever's left of it, that is. I want to see it with my own eyes. I again. I will go with you. And if going back drags up old nightmares, I'll be there to wake you up again. A prince who fights alongside me, and is always a personal alarm? Huh! Well, I couldn't ask for a greater honor, your highness. To be honest, those nightmares still haunt me, and I don't know if they'll ever stop. But I think I've regained an inkling of hope. Change can be a good thing, after all. Who would have ever imagined that I would end up fighting alongside the dragons? You'll get through this, just like you taught a young prince how to wield a sword. And to think, that young prince bested you in a duel too. Time changes everything. And it will do the same for you. When that day comes, perhaps I'll even try riding a dragon into combat. Ha! But you're right. One day perhaps my scars will finally heal. I could say the same for you, young prince. You're still young. There's always new and better things ahead. Surely even back home as well. And no matter what happens, it'll be an honor to serve by your side, your highness. It's almost laughable. Me, a cookie, of all cookies, facing against you, and bringing up loyalty and sovereign duty. Would you say the name, or would you say the same, even if I was not royalty? Without a doubt. I knew it was the first time I saw you, a young child standing in the trading yard, yearning to become a true warrior. I knew that you were the one I meant to serve. You've grown up to become a remarkable cookie, regardless of the title or name everyone will call you. You will always be that young, hopeful, dark chocolate cookie I know and remember. Thank you, as always, my friend. When we get home, there will be many young cookies who don't know us, and they will think that we're odd. It's strange enough for me to hear such words from a cookie who looks much younger. Ha! Is that a tinge of jealousy I hear in your voice? Are you two gonna talk the entire way there? When were we gonna fight? I'm ready. I've been ready ever since we left. So what exactly will you do once we get to the kingdom, Purple Yum Cookie? What? You're the one who suggested I tag along. How could you already forget? I'm going to fight Dark Chocolate Cookie, and I'll fight others when I'm out there. and now she'll accompany you. Huh? Given your reception with Dark Chocolate Cookie, I would have thought you'd follow him wherever. But now I know where Sir Dark Chocolate Cookie is, and that he is safe and well. Plus, I'm certain he is just as noble and strong of a hero as he always has been. After all we've been through, my belief in Sir Dark Chocolate Cookie has been reinforced. He truly is a great and honorable cookie. I wish to become just as noble as him one day. I get the feeling that my wish will be granted if I stick with you, Purple Yam Cookie. You are very different from Sir Dark Chocolate Cookie, but you are just as strong and kind. I thought I told you to stop talking about all mushy stuff like that. And besides, I never said you could tag along. Ah, that smirk on your face says otherwise. Be careful with your feelings during battle, my friend. If you're this easy to read, you might just find yourself into another counterattack during a duel. Speaking of reading, don't blame yourself when the book falls on and bonks you on the head. You're making me angry, and can't I get a single moment of silence? Probably not. So wait, are you telling me is there more cutscene lore when it comes to... No. That was literally just it. Wow. I don't mean to barge on into this, but like, does this also provide a cutscene? It does. What would the aftermath? Maybe it's like, maybe this would focus on the Lotus Palace and people like Snake Fruit and Alchemists and Ginseng and all that stuff. I don't know, but what I can tell you for certain is I'm probably going to see if I can do a full-fledged run, but what I want to do first is I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, since we have 100, let's get this, which is Dark/1. Fires a sword blast every 12 seconds, splits all bear jellies into 2. Ooh, doggy. That's good. But we will just do one full-fledged run in this, and then we'll see what it makes us, and then we'll probably end the video, because I didn't expect us to get a cutscene out of all things. Like, that shocked me. I didn't expect a cutscene. Legitimately, because they didn't even have that in the last part of the story. Maybe they wanted to add more on because they felt like getting rid of the story missions was bad because, we don't have story missions anymore. But this is actually really nice because now we don't even have to, like, I know it seems like scummy for me to say, but like, oh, we don't have to put much effort into it. But like, you still have to put effort into running, but like, it's still cool how they decide to add them in because like, now they don't feel like insane, impossible challenges now. It's just like through running through hard mode and actually like giving it a glance. It's great. Honestly, I'm very glad they decided to go that route and just adding these extra little stories. It may not be 4, but it's decently long enough to basically be a good amount of them. So I'm very proud. Thank you, Devsisters, for adding that in. That makes me really happy to see. As I mentioned before, we're going to do a full-fledged run here. And I will get this. Yes. Get that. And even if I do or don't get the horn, I'm not going to reset just because, I want to see how far I can get just with the skills alone of the minor attributes of the skill tree. Because this is nice. But I am very excited to see what the next update has to offer. Because I think the next update will introduce the immediate, introduction of... Thank you also, Pet, for grabbing that giant potion to help me survive. But I think we're also going to immediately see the introduction of, strawberry crepe cookie and also espresso cookie, which will be very interesting cookies to, find out about. But it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But, yeah. Anyway, I kind of talked about this theory in, the final part of the story stuff in my video. But basically, I was trying to say, like, here's a theory that I kind of prolonged. Because obviously, if you're looking at this video, you've most likely seen the end of the story. So I'm assuming if you haven't, then what the plug? But anywho, I'm assuming that what happened is during whatever the plug happened between the border of time itself and also Longan Dragon's immense power, something happened between the energy of the time of the border and also the dragon orbs. And whenever they spread, they cause different universes to open. And because of that, now we are seeing cookies expand from Cookie Run Kingdom. And I've mentioned this before, but you may be saying like, whoa, that doesn't make any sense because Almond Cookie came from Cookie Run Kingdom, Caramel Shoe and also Cream Fairy came from Cookie Run Kingdom. Why don't you just, bundle them up like that? And the thing is, you'd be correct, but here's the interesting thing. They would basically act well in regards to normal cookie terms. Like, Almond Cookie makes sense to fit in the OvenBreak universe, much like Caramel Shoe and Cream Fairy. But here's the crazy thing, you also have to bear in mind. Cookies like Strawberry Crepe and Espresso have heavily correlates. I don't know if that's the correct word, but their influence is very much more heavy during the Cookie Odyssey. And what happens during the Cookie Odyssey? Stuff in regards to the Ancients. Sure, specifically it had to do with, oh, now we're out of energy with you, but we could swap to Mango. But sure, no, yeah, I know the Cookie Odyssey specifically had to do with, not golden cheese nor white lily, but it had to do pure vanilla, holly berry, and dark cacao. But, however, this could also mean that we could be seeing potentially the ancients appear, which it has a lot more heavily influenced with, like, you know, pure vanilla, because if strawberry crepe and also espresso exist, then obviously they should exist there. And also in this place, you know, speaking of OvenBreak, if dark cacao cookie also exists, then obviously other soldiers like, you know, crunchy chip or caramel arrow, or maybe even possibly dark cacao himself would make an appearance. Maybe the same thing can act as hollyberry, and maybe we can see some. And it's interesting because, like, hollyberry kind of also would be unique because hollyberry in the Kingdom universe has met Pitaya Dragon before, but apparently, the universe between OvenBreak and Kingdom is not the same, because Night Cookie was known to cut off the Red Dragon's tail, but Pitaya Dragon Cookie doesn't even remember that. But oh, that was the end of the run. Shocking. But like, in Kikyo Kingdom, even Night Cookie was like, I cut off your tail once, I could do it again. And then Pitaya's just like, huh? You did what? And then Night's just like, wait, he doesn't remember? So obviously, maybe Pitaya remembers, or maybe the Red Dragon and Pitaya Dragon are still, you know, separate entities? I don't know. But it's still interesting to think about. Also, I can get proper nutrition, 7,500 points for all bear jellies. Solitary Will, Sword Blast cooldown reduces by 3 seconds, which is really good because every 12 seconds goes to 8. Wait, is it 8? Oh, no, it's 9, but still, that's good. Wait, is my correct? 12, 11, 10, 9, yes. And then also proper nutrition plus 10 in-game speed and 7,500 points for all bear jellies, which is really good because we can get more speed. So let's go ahead and claim all this before I can get my next thing, which is Dark Slash, which means now we can fire a strengthened Sword Blast that splits all jellies into 2. But that'll be for another video once I actually start evolving all this stuff. But soon you'll see part 2 to the hard mode stuff, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see where all this goes. So with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my kick run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Run YouTube stuff absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Sub, a link to my merchandise you can buy through the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you won't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you in the Guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.